Welcome, welcome to Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. My name's Davida Shinsky, and today's presentation is titled 12 Ridiculously Simple Life Changes That You Can Make Today. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is that who you are today is not who you're going to be tomorrow because our daily experiences affect who we are and how we see things. And actually, in the family you come from, the how and why each child is treated differently and they have different experiences, and therefore who they are today or who they are compared to each other depends on the whether they're the oldest, the youngest, or whatever the experiences, because parents learn each along the way how to treat each child different. Plus, each child's personality is different. So, are you feeling stagnant, stuck, or bored? Here's the thing, nothing is going to change unless you do something about it. And yes, change can be difficult, but some of the best things in life come from challenging tough times. Plus, sometimes we all need a flip in perspective, even if it's simple, just to show how each of us and how lucky we are and how much we need to appreciate what we already have and change or flip the perspective doesn't always have to be drastic. Sometimes really simple things can alter your viewpoint, allowing for greater opportunity and more happiness. So, what simple life changes can you make now? So, what we're going to do is talk about these 12 simple changes that you can make now, and one of the things that I want to talk about is to help you understand that in so many ways, the kind of relationships we have also put us in a position of how we react in different situations. So, the first thing to think about when you want to make changes is to take action. Literally, take that very first step. Maybe you want to get healthier, sign up for a gym, or even simpler, get out for a walk. Perhaps you want to switch up careers. Start by researching how to get into the field of your choice. A lot of people talk and complain about their life, yet very few actually take steps toward changing it or making it their way towards what they want. So don't be part of the majority. Get up and do something. Embrace the idea that no one cares. When we spend huge chunks of time of our life caring about what other people think, then we get sad when others don't care enough. Here's a little secret that you can flip your world upside down. No one cares. And we don't mean that in a no one loves you bullying kind of way. More so, this is another way to look at the whole idea that what you do only matters to you and your life. Other opinions don't matter. Why? Because they aren't you. So if no one cares, then you are free to fail. You are free to try and try again. When you start thinking this way, you start getting so much more out of life. So start your day with an intention. This isn't ultra easy. You probably set an alarm every morning. After your alarm goes off, set a reminder to set an intention for your day. You want to have a good day every day. Great! Your intention is to have a good day. Alternately, you can also be more specific. If you have a big presentation at work, maybe your intention is calmly and enthusiastically present your notes. The next part of this is to repeat your intention between 5 to 10 times, similar to how you would with affirmations. This can literally ingrain your intention in your mind, allowing you to carry it with you throughout the day. Choose being proactive over being reactive. No, you don't have to go nuts here and prepare a post apocalyptic bag or anything extreme. It's about preparing for the possibility of things that can happen. Do you have a spare tire in your car? If not, get one. Do you often opt for eating out because you're too lazy to prepare meals? Sign up for a meal prep service or prepare your meals ahead of time. There are tons of ways to be proactive in life. And when you are, your future self will thank you for your past self. And it leads to this cycle of confidence and self assurance that you just can't get any other way. Life doesn't have to be so hard all the time. Prepare yourself for the realistic possibilities, and you'll smooth sailing, at least most of the time. Fulfill your needs first. If you're a people pleaser, guilty. This one is for you. You aren't allowed to do anything for anyone else until your needs are met first. It's like on an airplane. You never put on someone else's oxygen mask before you put yours on. Scroll less. Social media addiction is all too real. And even if you don't have an addiction, scrolling can be a serious time killer where you don't get a whole lot of good out of it. Imagine if you spend those 2 to 4 hours a day doing something productive. Where can you be? And what can you be doing? Here's your big chance and change. Simply scroll less. Better yet, download an app such as Rescue Time that can help you monitor and track where you spend your time online. The data doesn't lie. From there, you can determine an appropriate and healthier amount of time for scrolling, spending your precious time on more fulfilling activities and tasks. Notice patterns in your life and change them. We all have habits that we follow, that we've acquired over time. So it's unfortunate, but most of us have a few toxic traits. Maybe you always go to the guy who barely pays you any attention. Or maybe you're noticing friends tend to ditch you for the same reason over and over again. So here's what's happening. It's not them, it's you. Notice these patterns and then commit to changing them. How can you do things differently? What can you improve and change? Say no. And I think this is the hardest thing for people to do is to say no. If you feel depleted, exhausted, stretched out all the time, learning to say no is one of the best things you can do in life. Arguably, it can transform you and your life, giving you more time for the things you need and less time for others. This falls in line with putting your needs first before helping others. 100%. Meditate. And this is where you turn inside to learn more about who you are and where you come from and how you can intentionally utilize certain things so that they can help you become a better person. And remember, this is what your goal is. So our attention is pulled in so many directions throughout our days, but clearly your mind and focus your attention for a set amount of time can really flip things upside down. Plus, the benefits of meditation are endless, including decreasing stress and anxiety, increasing self awareness, decreasing negative emotions, increasing patience, enhancing creativity, improving mental clarity, and much, much more. Use what you have. Let's face it, we're a pretty wasteful species, from plastic on foods to get which get thrown out. We aren't exactly ultra conservatives, even though some of us try really hard to be. So one little thing you can do is change your life and make small dent in changing the world is by using what you already have. Don't bother buying a new dress for that night out when you already have one in your closet. Don't Uber Eats the next dinner when you have fresh produce in your fridge ready to chop up. When you live life this way, you can inevitably face less guilt and it just feels good. Move more. This doesn't have to be anything extreme, but there's tons of evidence backing up how exercise is good for your mental and physical health. Try a few jumping jacks, a quick walk, a few push ups, a squat or two, or a quick bike around the block. Keep it ultra simple. The goal is simple: move more and talk less, listen more. The Dalai Lama has said, when we talk, you are only repeating what you already know. When you listen, you may learn something new. Many of us listen to and respond instead of listening to understand. The key here is to actively listen and focus on taking in information being transmitted to you. Take time to pause before responding if a response is required. So, the last thing we're going to talk about is what life changes will you make today? Transform your life with one small step or change it. The little things add up to big movements and can drastically alter the course of your life. So, do what you feel is right for you and start working toward the life you love. And remember this, only you can be the one to decide how and what you plan to do and how you can take control of your life and make it what you want it to be. And I invite you to come back next week.